My name is Blake Dinius, and I work for Plymouth County Extension. A lot of people don't realize that that organization exists within our county, but we exist for the sole purpose of helping people and teaching people about different things. And we're here today at Myles Standish to hopefully show you all that you can find an amazing diversity of life just here in your backyard. There's a lot of stuff that we're looking to see today, even though this field might look a little empty. If you take a very close look at things, you're going to be amazed by the amount of different species that you can come across. Anything from butterflies, dragonflies, beetles, regular flies, and wasps, as well as bees. So this is an interesting beetle. It is definitely a scarab beetle, maybe one of the shining chafer beetles. I'm not entirely sure what species it is. We do have Japanese beetles in this area, and it's possible it's some kind of color variant, not the typical green color you would see, but I'm not sure. I would have to go ahead and identify it. It's also possible that it's something that we haven't seen before yet, so who knows? So the Calico Pennant is one of the most striking dragonflies that you're going to see in these parts. It has bright colors on its wings and spots. The pennant means flag, and you can kind of see almost like a flag-like pattern on its wings. But I think one of the easiest ways to distinguish the Calico Pennant from other dragonflies is by looking at its abdomen, or what some people refer to as the tail. You can see little hearts on the back of the dragonfly. Young males and females will be yellow, and mature males are going to be red colored. You see that right there? That one's cool. It has a yellow stripes on its tail and yellow wings. So that was a golden wing skimmer, and they're a pretty interesting dragonfly. They're not a terribly common sight, and they look superficially very similar to something called Needham skimmer, but in general they don't look too much like anything else. You'd be able to recognize them by the shape of their body and their bright golden wings, along with golden leading edges are some of the features that at least I use. So the monarch is a typical butterfly that you might see in classrooms, but what a lot of people know about the monarch is that it's one of the farthest traveled insects. It's not the most farthest traveled, but it's definitely up there. And it makes its 3,000-mile long journey over the course of about 4 generations, starting in Mexico and going all the way up to Canada, and then coming all the way back down to Mexico, where it will overwinter. So the widow skimmer is one of the most striking dragonflies that you're ever going to see around here. It's got this nice, the males, at least the mature males, have this gorgeous black that's closest to the body, surrounded by almost like a white chalking to highlight that black region around its wings. And it's fairly unmistakable once you get a good look at it. The swamp milkweed beetle is another one of the denizens of milkweed that we have here growing. And it's just another representative of how milkweed supports this diverse community of lots of different kinds of insect life. It's a pretty easy to identify beetle. It looks different than your red milkweed beetle or your blackened milkweed beetle. And it's, again, sporting the nice black and red coloration that warns predators off, don't eat me. Learn to really let things go when you're looking at insects. I used to be someone who was like a lot more goal-oriented, and I started looking at insects and they don't allow you to be that way. Honeybees are one of those insects that people love, even though despite the fact that we brought them over here from Europe. We require honeybees for a number of different reasons, and one of those reasons is providing food for us and to put on our table. And I personally, as someone who worked with honeybees, I have a soft spot in my heart for honeybees. They're pretty easy to recognize because they look fairly different than other types of bees. So the eastern-tailed blue is another one of the small butterflies that people may easily miss as they're walking up and down trails. It's pretty easy to recognize based on the blue color on the back. It looks a little bit like what a spring azure looks like, if people have seen spring azures, except the eastern-tailed blue has tails, true to its name. And underneath you can see some white coloration with black and orange mixed in as well. Black spots and orange eye spots. So the next time you're out looking on a walk, just remember that it's okay to slow down your pace and to stop and really appreciate all of the diversity you have around you, because if you walk too quickly and you're shooting for the end, you could miss all of the beauty that's around you.